It's National Coffee Day. And so I want to share with you guys a couple of things. And both of these we got as gifts, and they are really funky. So this one was from a client, and as a thank you, he sent us this from Japan, and it just showed up at our door, which was amazing. And it's, if you ever want to show off, and if you, let's say you have a coffee lover in your house and you have no idea what to get them for a gift, this is the coffee maker to get them. It's a Hario siphon. This is the 3-cup. I'd probably recommend the 5-cup, and of course we've got links, you know where. It's at bit.ly/DQ Periscope. We are the worst clients. Oh no, you're not the worst clients. We love you guys. Well, okay, there's some backstory to that gift, but we can talk about that later. And this is the second one that was a gift, and this is actually by the makers of this cup. This is from Sunlit Coffee Makers, and they sent me this French press to review, and months ago they're so patient with me because I haven't reviewed it yet. I've been using it every day, not only for coffee. I had 2 French presses today already. This is going to be my 3rd, but I've also been using it as my tea maker, and so I'm going to do a full review of this probably in another Periscope. Okay, so let's get back to the siphon. And why is this one so cool? Because there's open flame. You know, like you can burn yourself, and it looks like it's from Breaking Bad. It's very cool. And so what you do, you boil the water, which is currently boiling. And now we, stuck. All right, we got this filter in the top portion here. And I'm going to put this in to just heat it up. And of course, all of this is borosilicate glass, blah, blah, blah. It's safe. Don't worry. But it looks so amazing when you're making this for friends, okay? And so now, what I'm going to do, once we have a rapid boil, I'm going to shove it. And it's got a rubber stopper, and it's going to seal it, okay? And look, magically, I'm going to turn down the heat here. Magically, the water rises to the top. Oh, can you see that? Yes, you can, just barely. All right. And it's magic because, we've got this pressure, right? And so now we want to go to a really soft boil, not too hot, because you don't want to superheat the temperature. And to be extra nerdy, I'm going to take my thermometer and I'm going to stick it in and make sure I'm at 195. Oh, perfect. 195. Coffee grinds in the top. Oh, can you see that? Coffee grinds in the top. Hatchet. Ready, set, in the top. And now, bamboo paddle, stir. I'm sorry, this is taking quite a bit of concentration here. I'm not used to doing this under pressure. Get it? Under pressure? They also call it the vacuum pot, but anyways, under pressure. So press start, about 1 minute. All right. I'm stirring for about, 15 seconds-ishness. Ish. Sounds like something backwards when you play it back on a record. Too much caffeine too early in the morning. And I'm done. Paddle. So this is kind of opposite to like this one here. I'll be right back. Just watch this, okay? In 1 minute, I'll be right back. Just don't worry. All right, don't worry. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. And so I've got this boiling water. It's like 195 in this kettle. I love this kettle. But wait, I forgot something. It's called a scale. I'll be back. I got my scale. Okay. Because you have to know how much water that we're going to put in. Okay, we're almost done here. Oh, I got 5 seconds left. And so this is the magic part, okay? Now, once we have the minute, which is now over, I remove the flame. And now the magic begins. The pressure is going to suck the coffee through the filter, which is right over here, back into the bottom level here. And that's going to keep the grinds at the top here. Look at that! Magical. Do you see that? I hope you can see that. And what's really cool, at the very end of this process, it's going to look like the water down here is boiling, but it's not boiling. There's going to be bubbles, but the bubbles are there because it's equalizing the pressure, and it's just sucking air through the top down to the bottom and equalizing the pressure because of the rubber stopper that we created. So that's why some people call it a vac pot, or they call it a siphon, which is really cool. So here we go. Almost there. I can see the Ready, set. Booba, 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 booba. All right? And you've got this beautiful coffee. How much coffee did you have? Well, you see, that's a really good question, Rob. I've only had 2 cups, but I did do a morning workout, which I never do. I jumped on my stationary bike for 30 minutes, and that's because I know that I will not exercise if I don't do it right away. Yes. Yes, so much cleaning. That's the one downfall. So, it's a really pretty thing, and it's kind of the opposite to this guy. Look at this. All right. So now we've got this beautiful siphon. Okay, and it's really hot, okay? Favorite beans for this process? You know what, Dave? That's a good question. What are my favorite beans is being asked. And I don't know if I really, to be honest, for flavor, I find that this one is a little bit not as delicate for dry roasted beans. But for Guatemalans, for Costa Ricans, really nice, good body. Because it's a cloth filter in there, it's got really clean cup, but not quite as delicate as a Chemex pour over. Okay, we're getting really nerdy, but I guess it is National Coffee Day. Okay, method number 2, French press, simplicity itself. And right now, all I'm doing is adding 195 degree temperature water into my, what is this called? Sunlit French press. And it's kind of a no-brainer because it's not a pour over. You can just dump your water in a run, right? And so all I need is like 320 grams of water. Bing! All right. And because for good measure, I am going to start my timer, stir for, again, 15 seconds with my favorite bamboo paddle. And essentially, I wait 4 minutes for this to steep. And this is magical. I love this thing. It's a Hario bamboo paddle, and so we'll have links for that too. But first of all, let's get this coffee out of this siphon, okay? So you're right, there is so much to clean. So now we've got to take off the top. You wiggle it free, very gently. And I have managed not to break this yet, which is very nice. And one thing that I would recommend if you do get the Hario, it comes with this alcohol burner, but this is way better because you can control the size of the flame, and it runs off of butane instead of having to buy all those like just one type of like one power, and that's it. This one you can control the power, so I can get 195 for my brew water temperature, which is perfect. So I need some cups. I'll be right back. Ta-da! Okay, now siphon is done. And French press, no work involved at all. I love that. But the siphon, it's a thing of beauty. Look at this. It looks like I made some kind of drug. Well, okay, caffeine technically is a drug. So it's a beautiful cup. And yeah, let me just taste this. And I did use the same bean, so I can A/B the difference. And French press is going to be a lot more quote-unquote body because you've got, hey, Nate, good to see you here, man. Thanks for logging in. It's got a lot more body because you're only going through a fine mesh, okay? So one reason why I don't use the Hario siphon as my daily brew is because it's way too hot to just down instantly. Because you've got constant heat applied during the brew process, I like to have my coffee literally about 150 to 160 degrees Fahrenheit. And this one out of the vac pot is like literally scalding hot, like maybe 175, 180. And so you will burn yourself if you try to drink this too fast. Not cool. I forgot something else, the plunger. I'll be back. What? All right, now, not all French presses are made equal, and we'll do a thorough review later, but this one's cool because it's got a 3-part filter. Unlike my beloved Bodum French press, which I've owned for, like, it was a wedding gift. This thing, it's gonna probably outlast me because I'm breaking down already. Okay, but this thing is kind of cool. It's like thermally insulated French press from Bodum. Very expensive, beautiful. I love the look of it, but it's only got this really wide mesh, and so you get a lot of fines in your cup. Okay, cool. Not cool, actually. And so this one has 3 parts, okay? And you can take it all apart just by unscrewing it. So that's nice too. And ta-da! You've got this part, and then you've got this mesh, which is very similar to the bone mesh, and then you've got this part. And I find that the filtration does a better job on this one, just slightly, but I've also got a hack, and we'll share that with the full review when it's coming up. And it's close enough to 4 minutes, so let me just take this off the scale, and this is how easy it is. We just take the plunge, whee! And it's not like an AeroPress, like there's no pressure to it. It's just pushing it down, and then we pour our cup of Java. And it's very green. Like actually both of these are quite green. Well, of course you're burning butane, but this one as a metal filter, I mean, but take a look at the difference. These are both the same bean, all right? And I'm gonna get you guys closer to this cup. And this one is just got a lot more sediment in it, which isn't bad or worse, but just very different. So here's the difference in the cups. This side we have, ding, 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 the French press. And this side we've got the siphon. Okay, let me just taste this for you. I wish you could come over and taste it, but you know what. So French press definitely has a lot more grit to it. And this is way cleaner a cup for the siphon. This would be bad if I consumed both cups, because that's going to be 4 cups, man. That's not cool. All right. But I like both. Okay. So some people complain about grit and stuff, and really get over it. It's just a different way of brewing, and it's a different cup of joe. And they both have similar characteristics, although I do find, wow, actually, I think in this scenario, I prefer the French press, but that could be a lot of variables, including what bean I'm trying. And today's bean is a dry, home-roasted bean from Ethiopia. But that being said, we've got something even better for you. And so go check out, where are we? Ta-da! Whoa, that's like Inception, man. Okay, bit.ly/DQ Periscope. And we've got a coupon code for 15% off from the good folks at Sunlit for the French press here. And we'll be doing a full review of that later on. But that is my coffee. And it's National Coffee Day. Have 4 cups just like I am, just to celebrate and get wired. And thank you so much for being here, guys. God bless. Happy brewing. And we'll see you tomorrow.